discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yeah, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Shout out to everyone who's literally tuning in live with us on YouTube, on BitChute, to everyone who is with us on the radio station, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you're catching this live from. Karibuni sana. Hope you've had a fantastic week, and welcome to another episode of the Africa Today Show. My name is Joby. As today we're going to be focusing on what is happening in Iran, which claims to be having all the Epstein files, but also much more of the conversation. We're going to be talking about what happened during the Black History Month event, where we saw many Black people literally had something to say, and especially the women. And I'm going to be sharing a bunch of videos and the reaction literally from the people as well. We're going to be talking about also the West collapsing and how right now, say, the economy or the collapsing of America, how it has led so many people to be living literally on their cars because the cost of renting or housing is literally very, very expensive. Where so many Americans currently right now are also selling their plasma to make ends meet. We're going to be discussing also about that. And much conversation also talking about also the Juneteenth being removed literally as a holiday. So we're not going to be celebrating Juneteenth anymore. So I'll talk about that as well as we talk about the Epstein files as well. Karibu sana, Keith. How you doing?
Yeah, they're trying to move all your black holidays, guys. All you morons that voted for Trump and these wicked racists. You see it out front. I told you. They want to erase your history, erase your damn holidays and everything else. It's funny. There's always been a wicked ass, no good, dirty ass, pedophilic ass racist. That's what he is. Well, he's always been. And that's what the majority have always been. So as we get into this, as we get into the discussion about everything, why you can't afford shit, and we all know, and shout out to people realize they taking it back to the Rothschild family, these families. They know, okay, yeah. So, you guys don't know now, they've unleashed this wild beast known as America to try to rob and steal the rest of the world's wealth while they can. Because things have changed. I told you, frequencies have changed on the planet that can't be changed. One bit of blood, no sun, and all the evil shit done by the demiurge, it won't work. They try whatever they want to do. The age is changing, so their time on top is coming to an end. It just is. So they can blow up, kill, steal, whatever they want to do. They ain't gonna have. What you want to say?
When you say the wild beast, it reflects back to the Bible, and it kind of goes back to a video I was listening today in the morning of this lady was saying that the Bible actually, again, it's not written for Africans. It was written for the white people, and at the end time is what we're witnessing right now. Their time is coming.
The end of an age. It was end of an age. So black people who wrote the book beginning to get it comes out ancient Kim. So these were prophecies. Ancient seers, Africans can see the future. These are all known human attributes that you told us scared. These are attributes they had back then because they were closer to nature, closer to the creator. So they could prophesize things. It was never literal. It wasn't literal that these were going to happen. It's just some things they thought might happen. All right. But like with these people eating babies and all this shit, all this wicked shit. Remember, they were created to do evil. That's why they're warmongers. Everything they do. And took the world to realize everything they tell you is a lie. They tell you thinking it's the opposite of what they're saying because it's always nonsense. And so now they want to go and steal Iran and bomb it and kill the people there. And let me say this clearly: those people you see there today are not the original Persians. Original Persians were African people. Those are invaders. But nonetheless, we're gonna get this straight about who are the original people in these places. Persia was African. 2,000 years ago, wasn't nobody white there. Black people. Okay? Make sure we get this correct. And they know that too. That's why it's all in their fucking museums in Persia that they hide. But anyway, nevertheless, to protect themselves, they said that the Iranians hacked into the system too and got those files. You know, they got files of allegedly Donald Trump snacking on babies' butt cheeks. Allegedly. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, crazy. We're gonna get into that. I have literally videos I had to queue from TikTok of
Yeah.
the Iran and their claims. But we're gonna start with this video. There was a Black History Month event, and it's kind of the videos of the Black people who were given the chance to talk. They're going viral because the things they're saying and the real fact of what the Trump administration has done when it comes to Black people. We know, again, like you said, it's all about, goes back to racism. There's nothing that he has done literally to for Black people to be praising him. That's in simple terms.
Yes,
One with
some old coon ass bitch up there. But I just left Donald Trump some old. I always got some old coon ass lady, like 70, 80. I just talking crazy. We always got old coons. Always,
Mhm.
old
So
coons got to get dirt and gnats. Go ahead.
So we have this first lady here who is a Texas mom who was talking about Trump on behalf of all mothers around the world, that he should be actually be thanked for the choices he's made when it comes to the education system of Black people. And I think when you go back to actually videos of just 2025, which I'm going to share, of what the Trump administration did literally by cutting $350 billion of things like the tribal colleges and so many things. Literally, we've seen so many
Yeah,
funds
the,
being
H,
cut.
the HBCUs, historically black colleges, and also remember they wanted to change. They're going to go change, and they're going to change the in the nation's capital, the African American History Museum, which is mild. Remember everything you learn about slavery is mostly a lie. It's mild because you never learned shit how they ate you and tore up your dick and was fucking themselves with your own dick and tearing up your ball sack. That ain't in there. So all the real history's not in it. It's mild. They don't even like the mild shit. They want to say that black people are cheap labor, that were getting paid cheaply. You know, it's kind of crazy. They don't want you to know that you were getting raped, eat, your skin getting torn off your body to make fucking furniture and shoes and handbags. It's always been wicked. They ever try to desensitize it, right? Desensitize it
Mhm.
and make it like some Disney shit. Black people always happy to be singing while they slaves. We got Negroes singing in the fields. You know, they're getting beat, whipped, raped. Imagine how much rape was going on with these young African women, girls, 6, 7 years old, with these beasts. You imagine this? Hundreds of years this rape and torture went on. You look at the Epstein files, motherfucker, Epstein files ain't got shit on what slavery did. They can own you as property or raping until they rape children to death. That ain't in your goofy fucking African American museum, is it? Did they rape baby girls to death? That in your goofy museum? You bet your ass is not. They want to cover up their atrocities and their savagery. That's real. That's real. Rape a child to death, eat it, take the skin, turn it into goddamn fucking handbags, take your teeth out your head and put it in a rotten ass mouth. Yeah, shit's wicked. They say, oh no, it wasn't that bad. Any of they goofy slavery movies, all you ever think they're bad? That's nothing. That's all fake. That's whitewash shit. It ain't the
I'm good.
savagery of what really happens.
I don't want to
Go ahead.
do more than I don't want to do more
And
damage again more than it is. I feel like it's just so debaucherous for you to be, to have a heart. I don't want to say you're evil for you to be able to watch it. The fact that you have the strong mentality to handle that. But for me, nah, I can't. Nah. Be torn apart.
Ditto, to God be the glory. And we're grateful for our president. He's doing some tremendous work. And I want to remind
yeah,
those
yeah.
that
It is
don't know
so
that
cool.
this was
So God to the glory. So is it godly what they're doing in Cuba? Is this the God you're talking about? Where they got kids sleeping in shit in the dark, no food, no water, gonna cause mass disease. Oh, glory to you see how you just got a Negro coon? The coons must get dirt naps. It's got a Negro coon. Always. Africa, always a nigger coon somewhere. Jumping out the box. Always a yes a boss ass nigga somewhere. Always. No matter where you go, it's gonna be a yes a boss nigga. Somewhere. Always. Always. Go ahead, Joe.
prophesied. So you weren't supposed to have the second term when it came about. This is your season. And God said that it was going to be rough the first 2
And
years
God said,
and that things were going to happen.
what God is this? See how this fake God, what God is this? Where they going to bomb? They're about to bomb Iran, and then they about to bomb and kill people in Iran. They kill people in Gaza. He's killing people in goddamn Venezuela. What God is this she talking about? See, the God, it doesn't mean she told this fake Jesus is fake. Doesn't mean shit because they know it doesn't mean anything. Because if you worship the real God, suppose that they do in the Bible, this lady's supposed to have been stripped butt naked and beat an inch of her life, talking this crazy shit with this wicked motherfucking pedophile right here. With this wicked known pedophile right here. Yeah, God, see how God does it. God finds a way. What God are you talking about? What God is this?
I
Well,
love
he's
the first
starving people in Cuba. Go ahead, Joe.
not the first comment. Someone says, "Y'all don't know paid actors when you see one."
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
no
They always
paid
pay. Exactly. She's an actress. Exactly. Always pay. And God and what God does and what God. And remember, white people always throw that fake God for all the wicked shit they do when they do colonization, raping, killing people in Africa, talking about their fake God. They always talk about their fake God where they rob, steal, kill, murder. What kind of devilish ass, evil motherfucking God is this? Blood drenched God. It's crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
acting.
But then the last 2 years are going to be great.
Well, I hope
And
so.
yes, you're going to do some tremendous things. And so for that, we thank you. On behalf of all the mothers all around the world, I'm from Texas. I live in a zip code that I didn't have an opportunity to have a choice to go to school. And so when I raised my children, I wanted a better opportunity for them. And I'm so grateful to ACE
You know, he
scholarships and
said
all
it
the
was
doors.
the white people that didn't allow her to go to school. And they said, but Texas has always been a racist ass state. What's she talking about? It's the white people that she talking about didn't let her go to school. What are you talking about? It wasn't black people keeping your ass out of school. This is crazy. That's what I'm talking about. I can't be born by no moron.
Exactly.
This
So
lady's
the
an
Department of
idiot.
Education is being split among 4 different agencies.
So
They're
what he's saying,
See,
then of course we look at the majority of the people what they're experiencing. Let's look at that.
cutting it, most notably moving it into the Department of Labor. This is the completion of a 70-year project to roll back
yeah,
integration, to stop
yeah,
us from critically thinking, and to teach us
exactly.
how
We're
to
to be
work for
slaves again.
corporations. I knew this was
Exactly.
going to
This
happen as soon as they started banning Black history. And here's
look,
why. In the 70s and 80s, started getting a little integrated. And that's when the anti-government movement starts. Corporate elites started funding think tanks. Think Cato Institute, ALEC, the Heritage Foundation. You know the people that created Project 2025. They said get education out of government and into the private market. They called it choice, even freedom. But what they knew is that if profit drove the education system, then they could resegregate it. They could shape what education looks like. And they could stop us from teaching ourselves how to be self-sufficient. In the late 70s, there were tax revolts. White conservatives led a movement to slash state taxes. In California, we reduced our property tax to 1%. Sounds good, right? But we
not no
slashed
more.
funding to education because of it. I see you, Texas, following the same playbook as Cali. So when public schools started to decline, charter schools popped up in the 90s.
Yeah,
Charter
they
schools
couldn't
are
afford
publicly
them.
funded, meaning the
Yep.
real public schools get less money. Yet charter schools were privately managed with little to no accountability.
It's a scam, exactly. It's a scam to keep you uneducated and not be able to critically think. Exactly. Scam to just throw propaganda in your face from the time you're a kid. You don't know what the fuck it, and then of course you're in the hood, your parents are dumb as fuck. Your parents are fucking morons. They don't know shit. So you're going to this school teaching you nothing but propaganda. They can't push back on the propaganda because most of your parents are stupid. Go ahead, Joby.
Corporate style governance. Are you comfortable with your tax dollars being spent on a private business you have no control over? They shifted the narrative that education is a public good to a consumer product. Now, what does all this have to do with Black history? Well, the main thing they don't want you to know about is slavery. And it ain't like we love talking about slavery, but we did go through it. When you study slavery, you learn about how laws were made to make it legal, how science was fabricated to make it rational, how capitalism was built by it. It exposes the unchallenged power structure of the West that oppresses all of us. The reason the masses are suffering to this day. That is why they don't want you to learn our history. They don't want you to know how to think. They want you to know how to work for them. That's why education is moving to the Department of Labor.
Man, that they moving education to the part. What the fuck has labor got to do with Department of Education? Because they want you to be slaves, guys. See, they're dying out. They need to be a slave, not pay anything to work for nothing. And you too stupid to know what they're doing. They want to dumb down you some more. You're already dumb as fuck now. That makes you. I see how people get mad because I'm so raw. You're already stupid now. You're already a moron. You're a functional moron now. They want to make you more a functional moron. Okay, that's why they're trying to erase complete slavery. You don't even know nothing about it. They're gonna try to rewrite it. Remember in Florida? I'm in Florida right now. I'm in Orlando, right? Florida school system is taking slavery out of all the damn books in Florida. In this state I'm in right now. In this state, you will not find one goddamn history book in the state of Florida right now. So you know how many black people in Florida, kids growing up right now, they don't know nothing about it. It'll be like a fantasy because they're going to stop putting it in the movies eventually. Slavery, what is that? We'll never know slavery in America, you black people. Well, how did we get here? Well, we called Africa. There wasn't no phones. Well, we talked to African kings, and they said they'd let you come over here for free and work for free. We decided to work hundreds of years for free? That really don't make any sense. Yeah, but that's what happened. Don't blame us because you're stupid Africans. But that's what you did. You worked over for free. And, well, where we live at? Well, since you were stupid and you worked for free, we built homes on our plantations and let you live there for free. See how good white people were? We fed you and clothes. Well, did we wear good clothes? Yeah, of course you did. Okay, then why did the system end then if it was so good? Well, Vincent, you no good niggas, you didn't like the wages, you didn't like getting paid nothing. You were getting fed for free, housed for free, and you were getting fucked for free. We're fucking you, we're not gonna put that in there. That we was fucking you, raping you, eating you. That's not in there, okay? But who knows why you got, you niggas are no good. You decide not to work for free, we're getting all this free stuff. Getting treated free. This is how psychopathic these motherfuckers are. And these sellout motherfuckers. Oh, shout out to you, Whoopi. They found your name in the Epstein files, bitch. I knew you was in there. Not some shit you was saying. You all the way through out there, Whoopi. That's for Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to get you all the way up in there, Whoopi. All kind of heinous. Cause I know no way you wasn't up in there. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
This was Trump during 2020. That was in 2024. Him talking about how he's going to abolish the Department of Education that teaches Black history. So if you go back to this lady, whatever she's talking about, the first conversation you need to actually address the fact that you're given that mic is how actually that was done in 2024 and how Black history, when it comes to the Black education, is very important. But because you want to be but also benefit from Trump, you go ahead and talk the way she just did.
So separate from school choice. We're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. One person could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers
central casting.
here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city.
So remember, pause this. See, that's how you know these people never eat gypsies and everything. So totally, when white people come, they turn off the lights. They don't want nobody to know any education. African people always want to go out and teach everybody, love every fucking body. They want to go teach everybody shit. As we get them African similar, we taught everybody, taught these no good dirty bastards how to wash their ass, how to read them right. That's African people. So when they claim to be you, you know it's not them. Everywhere they've gone, remember, it was illegal for slaves to even read and write. Everywhere they go, they turn off the lights so they can keep power. They turn off education and knowledge so they can stay in power. They never go anywhere and turn on the light. Everywhere they go, they turn off the lights. That's their history. Everywhere they go. So they claim to be Moors and ancient Egyptians and all this old crazy shit, talk the world. You know it's a lie. Because that's not their personality. That's not their nature. Everywhere they've gone, they've turned off the light. That's why you got school fees now in Africa. Who brought that shit there? White people did. You didn't have to pay for no school to go to no fucking Africa. Now Africa's got school fees everywhere. Because white people put that system in to turn off the lights. Everywhere they go. They don't want you educated because you're going to rival them. They don't want that. They want to make sure they're on the top and you're the slaves. Now they do it with brutal force if they can do it. But since they're dying out now, they just can't do brutal force around the world because now they get their motherfucking backs broken. Because there's enough Africans that are not even cowards. You go into Africa with a force, you can actually break their backs because they don't got the numbers. Russians don't, the Europeans don't, Americans don't. Get Africans to get up their fucking knees, stand on their fucking feet as men. You can never be conquered again because you got the numbers, stupid. You gotta stop being cowards and bootlickers. You gotta stop that. That don't work. But so that's why you find everywhere they go, the lights get turned off. See, and just like Jimmy Jab was saying, that's right. They want to make money. They want you to pay for school like you do in Africa. They want to give the child. They don't want an education. Everywhere they go, they turn off the lights, guys. So now they want you to pay for their fucked up schools. Knowing you don't got no money, because you got, remember, all the jobs are getting taken by AI. Where you working at? You got no money to pay for these schools, so they want your kids to be stupid. And then hopefully they'll do some crime and end up in prison so they can have slavery in prison. Remember, they got this massive prison system that's nowhere equal but in America. Nowhere on the planet is it equal to the American prison system. Who's in there? Black people, black men, slaves. And what they do slavery jobs. That's what they want. Remember? Imagine how evil it is. You make a private goddamn prison system for profit because they're evil. That's what they're doing with the schools. Now you got to pay. We know you ain't got no money, and we're going to teach you a bunch of bullshit. That ain't true. Go ahead, Joe.
Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would save half of our budget.
Okay. Now, that's true. Land is stolen, built off the backs of slaves. Oh, we're not going to allow that to be told. We're just going to send them any money. We're going to shut it down. We're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow the truth. It's going to say white people are the best. We're great. We're Jesus, nigga. And we're white, and you worship us, and we're going to keep the money. That's how it's going to be. That's what they do everywhere. Go ahead, Joe.
Here's a shocker. The Trump administration and the Department of Education cut $350 billion from colleges and universities, but only specific ones. Guess who gets hit first? Historically black colleges and universities.
Of course, morons.
They are losing a significant amount of grant funding from federal government because of the Trump administration. Remember, they said it's unconstitutional. It also will hit tribal colleges and lands. But HBCUs, they're coming out. They don't want you to get smarter. Nope. They don't want you to educate and learn. So all black people,
that's always been the case. This ain't got to do with no Trump. That's the Democrats and the Republicans. You know, it's voted for this. That's always been the case. You seen that Kamala Harris, who's a Democrat, tried to get rid of the Freeman Bank and give it to other people. So don't stop talking that right-left shit to me, stupid. Them as a whole don't want you to be educated. They don't want you in competition to them. Because see, if they're really superior, why wouldn't they mind you being educated? Because the superiority is a lie, guys. You got some false narrative. The only thing they've been superior is violence. They got where they are by violence, by raping, killing, murdering, stealing. Like, oh my God! Since they can't do that no more in the ways they want to, they still want to do it. While they're doing it in Venezuela, they're doing it in Cuba right now. They want to be violent. That's the nature. You fuck them up and they got to bottle that evil inside. How dare you make me? Remember they get mad when they can't call you a nigga? Oh, you stop my freedom. I can't push you upside the head with a brick and take your shit. They get angry inside when they can't let that beast come out. That beast nature can't get crazy because they want to kill, rape, murder, and bludgeon. They want that. When you stop, they're like, oh man, shit. Man, what the fuck kind of life is this? We can't rape a motherfucker and bludgeon his ass and kill him. What kind of life is this? What kind of freedom is this? Yeah, that's right. That's the real thing. You said, damn. Go look at your African mind. Can't even fathom that. Damn. That's right. That's what you're dealing with. Yeah, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State in America, just said, who's not even a full white man himself. Sorry, Rubio, you're not even a full white man. So when they get to kill them, they're going to get rid of you too. You know, that's the funny part. So he's up there, you know, spilling the bag out loud. We don't need to have this world-based order anymore. We need to be able to go and just kill people and steal shit when we want to steal shit. We should just be able to take over shit, and we should bring back colonization. Just, you know, if we're strong enough to take it, that should be the law. Shouldn't be no, well, it's wrong to steal people's shit. And if we're the ones strong enough to take it, that should be the law. We should be able to knock you upside your head and take your shit. What they doing in Cuba right now. So, if all you coons don't ever understand this, you coons are the last one. Because they'll use you until they get rid of you. Shout out to Nicki Minaj, dumbass. They'll use you, then throw your ass overboard. Because, you know, cooning ain't free. You're going to pay something. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, what's up? He keeps it real, just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks.
See, pause it. See, they always get the dumb of us. See, that lady's a moron. She's a bootlicking. See, this is an idiot. And she's a grandma. Somebody she had kids and baby. This is a fucking, they always get these idiots. This lady is functionally fucking retarded. And you can tell when she talks in her voice pattern. This lady is we don't call spades here. This lady's functionally fucking retarded. Don't give me none of that elder shit. This lady's a fucking dumbass old bitch. And she didn't shut down. And Lord play. That's what I told you. Then these niggas get talking this Jesus and these old niggas who don't know nothing about the Bible with cameras. They were just giving some shit from slavery. And their mama gave it to them. Their grandma gave them to them. They don't know where the shit even came from. Nah, don't give her that old lady yet. Hey, I want to say something about the freedom and the Lord. And this lady's a moron. She don't know nothing about the freedom and the Lord and the Lordy and the freedom and the freedom and the Lord. You ask her hey, what's the capital of Little Rock? I don't know. The freedom and the Lord. Hey, what's the capital of California? I don't know. The freedom and the Lord. What's the capital of New York? I don't know. It's the capital with the freedom and the Lord. What's the capital of Florida? The freedom and the Lord.
Some people went ahead and did some diggings and they found out that actually she lost her son some time ago. I'm going to let this guy explain.
Video by
grandsons.
Now, some of you are asking, who is Felicia Cook, the D.C. grandmother who spoke up and defended President Trump at a recent White House Black History Month event?
I'm so elated. I am so appreciative. I'm getting so many harassment little comments now because I hugged him and thanked him.
I get so
And
many
gave him a
harassment.
kiss
See,
on the cheek.
listen. See, you know she's stupid. Her English not even good. See, the English is so terrible. The English. These motherfuckers are more. She lives in the nation's capital. She lives in D.C. She ain't took the time to read a book nor to talk. I'm so thankful. I don't know, but the Lord told me. Lord told me that my feet stunk, and I said, "Thank you, Lord. Let me wash my feet so I can talk to the president, prayer dad." And I don't know what I be saying. Every time I lost my boys. Go ahead, Joey.
Spoke with Cook this afternoon. She lost her grandson to violence. Marty
The grandson.
McMillan met up with a woman on the dating app Plenty of Fish back in April of 2017. Police say he was shot inside of an apartment building in Southeast D.C. and his body was dumped along.
Pause it. You guys knew I spent time Southeast D.C. It's dangerous than a motherfucker. But like this. Okay? To my time in D.C., I know I lived in the middle. Dangerous as shit. He didn't know that. He didn't know not to go to some apartment, some woman he don't know, in a neighborhood he don't know with these other Negroes. And they gonna check your paper. Where you from? Who are you? Where you from? What? First of all, this ain't got to do with your goofy President Trump. They're like that because they're impoverished, you moron lady. Who put them in poverty? All the white folks that you're... See, this is why I say you can't critically think. You're an idiot. The reason why the people in D.C. are impoverished is because the white people put them there, stupid. They've been there since slavery times, the ones that built that damn goofy White House. So D.C., of course, being the nation's capital, the country's capital, one of the richest city, but the black people stay in poverty there, okay? Impoverished. So you wouldn't even know it. You know, you're in the capital of the country, but you know when you get past the White House and all that shit downtown, you take your ass where he's at Southeast, it looks like a scene out of fucking Mad Max. You in that motherfucker. I'm talking about I was there. I was like, and I'm from LA that's supposed to be bad, right? I'm from LA that was supposed to be bad. Man, shit. LA ain't got shit on no DC poverty, Jack. I went in these neighborhoods, I said, ain't no motherfucking way. Good thing I had ain't no way I'll be in this bitch after I'm gonna tell you a story. In Southeast, right? I'm trying. I don't know what part of Southeast. I'm in Southeast, right? I'm trying. And this is me being stupid. I knew not to be, because we lived out in the suburbs of Maryland. I was dating this. I wouldn't really. Dating is a loose word, okay? I was boning this chick in Southeast in that area. But I had to go take her ass home. I didn't want to say, hey, you better catch the subway, catch the bus. I didn't want to be no asshole because, she gave me the coochie, so I got to take her home. So, she lived in one of these neighborhoods. I'm like, God damn, this shit is dangerous to the motherfucker. I ain't gonna. So me and her, I'm like, it's late. I said, damn, what can I take you home in the morning, shorty? It's dangerous as fuck up in here. So I take it to this sketchy ass place. If you guys know DC Southeast, it's down the road. If anybody knows DC, it's down the road from a school called Anacostia. You guys know, anybody knows DC, I'm telling you. So that was from high school called Anacostia, right? I'm in this, because I see the school. I was okay, what them schools is? Anacostia, okay. That's that shit. That's the high school. And so, those neighborhoods, they say, I just dropped off. I'm like, oh shit! Because I'm scared to myself. These motherfuckers shooting at me. I'm trying to drive my car with my head down. I can't see the fuck I'm going. And like I said back then, I was always, y'all was always strapped. I couldn't get out and start shooting. I'd get killed. I don't know who the fuck I'm shooting at. It was I said, man, I ran every red light, every stop sign, trying to get the fuck out of there. And it wasn't no goddamn fireworks either. I was like, God damn! I'm trying to drive my car with my head down and shit, trying to get out of there. Scared to death. And so, each time, like I was saying, with this dude, you're supposed to know. Because I told you guys a story. Let me tell you this other story. Because in these neighborhoods, right? So I met this girl. I told you these stories. So I met this girl. She's at the bus stop. So I pull up in my car, I got a nice car back there, nice car. I'm young, teenager. I said, Shorty, you need a ride? I guess I'm worse than that rush hour. I wasn't gonna hurt nobody. I had no AIDS. Right? I said, Shorty, you're too good looking to be at this bus stop, baby. You want to ride? I said, no. I guess she said, no, I don't know. I said, well, let me get your number, Shorty. So she gave me a number, right? And I didn't think no more about it, right? That's what a year later, guys, I'm coming home. It's a year later. This chick was spying and shit. Remember, this during the crack epidemic too, right? Remember the crack? Because I was out there, selling dope my damn self. I was out there selling crack too, right? So I was young, so don't try to judge me. I always tell you guys the truth. So anyway, a year later, so I come home, right? My brother Eric said, hey man, see, I already forgot about this a year later. Say, man, this girl name, because her name was Michelle, in America we got nicknames that, usually a girl named Michelle, they call her Shelly or they call her Shell, right? So I get home, my brother said, hey man, this girl named Shell called you. Shell? I don't know goddamn Shell. What the fuck is that? Nah, man, they got the wrong. I don't know. You mean all these girls? She said she know you, man. She know your car. I was like, Shell? I don't know no chick named Shell. What the fuck is that? This a whole year later. So I don't know what the fuck she so I call her up and say, hey, who's this? Who's shit? Where I know you from, shorty? You remember you met me at the bus stop? Bus stop? How long ago? I met a lot of girls at the bus stop. How long ago was this? I said, oh, that was a year ago. I said, why you calling me? Oh, I just thought about you. Thought about me. And first, that right there sounds suspicious. You thought about me a year later? Man, get your ass on out of there. He said, well, I'm just chilling. I got my own apartment now. Oh, see, that's what got me. See, she said she got her own apartment. I said, damn, you got your own place? So, in my mind, I'm young. Oh, it's going to be some coochie to get now. I'm young. No mama, no daddy around. Oh, man, it's coochie time. That's how I'm still living with my mom and my brother. I'm still a teenager. She said, yeah, I got my own apartment. Of course, it's in Southeast, where he's at, right? I said, because I remember she told me the name is something terrorist. I said, damn, shorty, is this Southeast? She said, yeah, it's Southeast. I said, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna tell you I'm always brave and shit. I said, hey, it's going to be in the daytime, shorty. I can't fuck around there at night. I can't fuck around there. I can't fuck around there at night. That's a no-go for me. So now I can't just come by in the morning. So remember I was in high school, I only had like 3 classes, so I really had 1 class to take to graduate, but the other 3 I just wanted to be in school around my friends. So we don't only taking 1 damn class to graduate, because I could have graduated when I was in 11th grade. Especially going to those schools. California schools at that time was so good. I get to the East Coast. I had enough electives to graduate in 11th grade. I had to finish my last year, but I didn't want to be out. What the fuck am I going to do by myself? Just hang out, do nothing. So I went over there. Yes, I went over there, man. Check this out. I told you. I went over there, neighborhood, goddamn, fucking dicey as shit. I'm like, man, I can't be fucking around here at night. I don't care how much coochie. I'm thinking she's still gonna be fine. I'm thinking in my mind, I don't care how much coochie she give me. I gotta leave here before the sun go down. I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay, this the real world, Jovi. Sorry. I said, I don't care how much coochie she give me. I gotta get out here before the sun go down. It's dangerous than a motherfucker around here. So I get up there. And knock on the door, she opened. I'm like, God damn. You guys know what a crackhead looks like, right? I'm like, God damn. So instantly I'm mad because she's fucked up looking. I ain't wasted my gas to drive all into the city. I'm like, and you can't say it in front of her because you want to be rude. But my fella, I said, hello? So I opened the door and said, hey, I'm looking for Shell. Now she's all skinny and shit from smoking crack. He's all skinny and shit, was smoking crack, his face is all sunk in it. So I didn't even know that was her, right? So I said, hey, I'm looking for Shell. Boy, stop playing. You know this is me. I said, God damn. So,
Oh
so, so, so I'm trying to, and I'm in my mind. I guess I said, God damn, because I wasted my gas to come into the city for this shit. This motherfucker's a crackhead. She said, this motherfucker's a crackhead, full blown. So I can't leave. She said, come on in here, boy. I'm like, okay. So, now you're in a place, you guys, dude, you've been in a place when you've been a girl you don't want to be with. Now you're thinking about how can you get the fuck out of here without being rude? How can you exit the place without being rude, right? So, so I'm in there. You guys remember back in the day, the girls, they had them soap operas. I think it was The Young and the Restless was on or some shit. Remember how women used to look at all them damn soap operas? Hate them damn things. So, I mean, she's talking. So she's talking. I'm like, I'm just in shock. I'm gonna come like, she's like, because the whole, she's gonna need some money for me because hey, she's a full blown crackhead, right? So I'm in the damn living room. I'm in the couch thinking how I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, right? So she's asking me this whole kind of stupid thing. How you been for a year? What you been up to, Keith? For a year. I said, well, I wanted to make sure. I'm trying to tell her, ain't gonna be no more getting to know her. I said, I'm be going to college. I'm not gonna be in this area. I'm be going away in Philadelphia. I got accepted at that time. I got accepted at Temple University. I'm be moving 4 hours away from here. I'm gonna be going to Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Temple. So, oh, you got into college? I said, yeah. I was going to ask her if she got into college. I know that wasn't true. I said, because, she was on with Joe because she was on Section 8. She was on welfare. I knew she was on Section 8 and on welfare. I was like, man, it's crazy. So she said, you want to go in the bedroom? I'm like, no, I'm not fucking you, shorty. I'm like, I'm not fucking you, shorty. You crazy? You out of your mind? No, I'm not. No, I ain't no. So she said, come on, boy. You know how girls get, come on, boy. So I went in the bed. She got in the bed on top. So I sat on the bed. I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this. It's starting to get dark. I gotta get out before it gets dark. I gotta get out of this motherfucking place. It's dangerous. Yeah. It's DC. Yeah, it's DC. So I said, I gotta get out of it. So, she was almost going to sleep. So the funny thing about it, remember I told her she lived in a dangerous area in South. It's dangerous. So, because good thing she was gone. She said, I be smoking all the time. I said, yeah, I know you smoke. And I was gonna say, you look fucked up. I know you be smoking. I know you be smoking and shit, right? So she said, Keith, you want to get in the bed with me? I said, nah, I think that's now I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm like, nah, I think that's inappropriate. I ain't even seen you in a year. If she was good looking, I would have been in that bed. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, I think this is inappropriate. I ain't even seen you in a year. I can't be snuggling up with you in the bed. This ain't right. It goes against everything I believe in. No, she was fine. I'm like, yeah, let's get in the bed, goddammit. But anyway, I said, nah, this is inappropriate. She said, okay, we'll just sit there. So I started nodding off to sleep, right? I said, hell yeah. I said, when she goes to sleep, I'm getting the fuck out of here. right? So, you guys know, that's a good thing. We had no cell phones back then yet. So, she went to sleep, but I'm trying to, you try to sneak across the floor and the floor creak. Every time I try to sneak, she said, where you going? I said, I'm not going nowhere, girl. Calm down. Because she had no carpet. She had one of them wooden floors. I said, God damn. I'm trying to sneak the fuck out of here. So finally, and when you open the door makes that. So I get out of bed. I say, oh yeah. So I get to the door. I try to open the door. It goes. And she said, huh? Hello? I'm just fuck out of it. So I got out the door, ran downstairs. I get fuck out of here. And the girl called me, right? She said, Keith, you can't be leaving my house and not locking the door. I said, girl, that's a wrap. Don't call me no fucking more. Good luck to you and your life. I told my brother, I said, man, like, this chick was fine as hell. In a year, she looked like a sleeve stack. see, Joey you guys know what a sleeve stack is. Joey don't know what a sleeve stack is. We grew up with that cartoon. We look like a sleeve stack. What is up, Joey? Say images of, so Joey, the images, go to Google, say images of a sleeve stack. How do you spell sleeve stack?
Yeah, someone spell that for me, please. I'm trying to figure out.
What do you say, Joey?
Someone spell that for me. Sleeve or
sleeve? A sleeve stack. Sleeve. How you guys spell sleeve stack? SL sleeve stack. You got it? The images like a damn reptile. Yeah. That's all face. Share the picture. Mother like a sleeve stack. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Jibba.
Wow. from
yeah, there you go from the land of the lost. Exactly. Mother like a sleeve stack. Boy, like God damn.
Oh my goodness. No.
Am I gonna get am I gonna get in the bed with you? You crazy? Looking like a whole sleeve stack. Keith, you gonna lay down with me? I'm like, nah, that's inappropriate, shorty. I ain't seen you in a year. She called me, Keith, how you leave my door open, man? I said, shorty, don't call me. You in a different place in your life. Good luck to you. Can I tell him I said, girl, you smoking that rock, ain't you? Yeah, how you know I'm smoking the rock? Motherfucking me, who don't know you who don't know you smoking the rock? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? God damn.
Oh.
I said, how do you go that fine in a year and you young and fucked up? Oh man, shorty. I was all happy. I said, yeah, this is some unclaimed coochie I'm about to go back and get. She was like, motherfucker, open the door looking like a sleeve stack.
That's crazy. But shout out to everyone with us on the chat. Shout out to Jason, shout out to Jiba Japa. These guys are just enjoying the stories. I see Jiba says, I was taught as a child they achieve success through cheating or nepotism. You are better.
They do. That's what they do. Through cheating and nepotism.
Pharaoh is asking, how did you go from politics to porn? God damn it.
Politics to what now? Politics to what?
To porn.
Porn? That's not porn. That's a lie. Hey, whoever said that's a life story. That's when I was a teenager. That's not porn. What are you talking about? I only look at porn. That's not no porno story. Now, I didn't have sex with nobody, so I could be porn. There was no sex involved. So it wasn't porn. I thought I was going to go get some sex, but motherfucker was looking like a sleeve stack. So that was off the table.
Okay, so we're going to get into the Iran story. The videos I have from TikTok, then I'm going to allow you to
go ahead.
As you explain it.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. There wasn't no porn. You can't go from porn. You can't be having sex with sleeve stacks. What's wrong with you?
Pharaoh, you didn't tell us where you're from, so you better keep quiet where you're literally typing. Please, you better comment on what is important. Leave alone the others. Okay.
Millions of Epstein files that the Trump regime continues to conceal. Have they been hacked by a foreign government? Iran, perhaps. Have foreign governments, Iran, perhaps, have they hacked into the emails of Donald Trump, of people in Donald Trump's regime, of other people who are identified in very grotesque and despicable ways in the Epstein files? We know that Iran has a history of hacking Donald Trump and people in his regime. And Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, has hinted that he possibly has information that could bring down Donald Trump and the regime. Here's what Khomeini says. This island of corruption is only one example. There is much more of this. Just as this was not apparent and then became exposed, there are many other things that will soon come to light.
If you're seeing this shit, yes, not true. Unless then he actually does attack Iran, and then there a few videos end up surfacing, in which case I was wrong. But every source is telling me it's false.
These Epstein files are getting out of pocket. Yo, they talking about and who's controlling the whole thing going on, right, for the Cheeto president. What I want to understand is, damn, this took a lot of time and effort. The reason why I say this took a lot of time and effort, because I'm in my mind like, who really don't like Buddy that much? And the other people that they literally showing you, this is all a show. Now I'm a man on TikTok. I don't know what's going on. I'm not making no assumptions, but I want my people to understand. Since the files dropped, people been going crazy. People been losing their shit, and we all just trying to figure out what's going on. So, read that again. I'm not saying that this is for entertainment purposes only. I just want to know what's going on, and obviously they're showing you everything is being exposed. Like 2025, 2026 is showing you that everything is being exposed. Crazy things are going on, and people just got to get their life together. But you know what I'm saying? Be aware, be smart, be strong. This ICE thing is still can get out of control. They're trying to pass laws to control us and stop us from doing certain things. And I just want us to all be on our, pivot and being smart and moving like we have common sense. Know what I'm saying? Y'all have an amazing, wonderful.
Actually, I don't know what you said. You did a whole video saying nothing. Shut up.
Hackers were able to unredact all of the Epstein files. And now look what Trump is telling the citizens of
millions of Epstein files that the Trump regime continues to conceal. Have they been hacked by a foreign government? Iran, perhaps. Have foreign governments, Iran, perhaps, have they hacked into the emails of Donald Trump, of people in Donald Trump's regime, of other people who are identified in very grotesque and despicable ways in the Epstein files? We know that Iran has a history of hacking Donald Trump and people in his regime. And Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, has hinted that he possibly has information that could bring down Donald Trump and the regime. Here's what Khomeini says. This island of corruption is only one example. There is much more of this. Just as this was not apparent and then became exposed, there are many other things that will soon come to light. Everything we had ever heard about their corruption is one thing. This affair of that morally corrupt island is another altogether. These are indicative of what Western civilization and liberal democracy are. They proceed for 200, 300 years, and this is the ultimate outcome.
But I love the way they say the same thing with him. They do the same shit. They goofy Islam shit. Same thing. They're their cousin. So all their civilizations always have this. Always have the eating the babies. See, remember when they came in Africa too, of the raping and killing and the slavery that they done, cutting off black men's penises. That's them too. So they're them trying to be like some moral authority now, as if it's not the same shit with them. It's crazy because all these Arabs are also in the Epstein file. I know they want to call themselves Persians. They're not Persian. Those people are Turkish people. They're from Turks. The Turkish, when the Turks come out the what we call Central Asia, they spread across now, calling some Arabs, Iranians, and other shit. They're Turkmen, the Turkish people. That's what the cats with the hats are, claiming to be Jays, but they're Turks. These all Turkish people came and stolen land from other people and been doing the same old shit. That's why I told you when I was in Afghanistan, their culture, and I'm gonna pull this up to prove it, that they've been done over there, the shit he's talking about. What's next to Afghanistan? Oh, Iran. that this is their culture, that they tell you that they can't, the generals, the Afghani generals were saying they need to have a small boy. It's called boys that do dances. They dance for their little children, boys, dance for them, and then they fuck them in the butt, sleep with them. Because he had a general say, well, you know, when America say, hey, we can't have you sleep with these boys, he said, well, what am I supposed to warm my penis with? If I can have the thing of a child's butt, how am I supposed to keep my penis warm? You're like, what? Yeah. It's the ideal that they say, oh, this is Western, all this. No, this is them. Unmelanated people behavior. Like, let's get that straight. They talk about this unmelanated, because they have that demonic in it. This unmelanated people's behavior. Okay? And it always leads you, like I said, like the Iranian guy is saying, well, he's really Turkish. You know, Iran, they invaded Iran from the blacks and took it over, called themselves Persians. They're not Persians. They're fucking Turks. So, so now that they're saying, oh, they've always done these things. They've always been wicked for 300, he said 304 years. All of them have fucked babies, eating them, raping children, raping girls. That's been all their culture. All non-melanated people on this planet. They're wicked and evil culture. Once you dig, start doing the digging, dig a little bit underneath the surface, this is what you're going to find. All of them do it. All of them think, no, I'm going to prove it. Have Joey look it up. She'll be on TikTok. I'm going to prove it. I'm like, oh, this is their culture. Oh, no. Their culture, too. Because they're the same people. Remember, the Europeans are not Europeans. The Europeans come out of that area east of Iran. They're Asian. Remember, the Europeans invaded Europe and killed off the black indigenous population. And really, there really is no such place as Europe. That's some shit they made up. It's really just Western Asia, because it's one long continent that they wanted to be classified Europe and call themselves Europeans. That's the craziness in their mind. They want to reclassify Western Asia and call it Europeans, but they come from they come from East Asia. That's where white people come from. They don't come from Europe. They invaded Europe. Okay? That's why they call it the Indo-European language, Indo, coming out of India. That's where white people come from. They don't come from no fucking Europe. They migrated into Europe and killed off the African population there. Murdered their ass. Okay? That's why people say, where are Europeans indigenous to? They're not indigenous to Europe. They're not from no fucking Europe. They're over there from fucking Afghanistan. Goddamn northern India. And what we call Bangladesh, what we call the steppes. They're from the Asian steppes. These are facts. They're from the Asian steppes, so there's no such thing as a fucking white European. That's a lie. They're not from there. They're from the steppes. So those people they talking about, that's their cousins. They're the same people. Remember, they just migrated further west, stealing and robbing and killing people and stealing that land. See, that's never in their history, but see, most of you guys think white people were just in Europe. No. Well, go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
2024, Iran hacked the Trump campaign with a spear phishing operation. Microsoft alerted the Trump regime that they were hacked. Frankly, the Trump regime knew they were hacked before Microsoft alerted them, but then the Trump regime had to go public when Microsoft had to go public with the data breach. So what did Iran get in 2024? You may recall someone by the name of Robert, who was representing the interests of Iran, went to media outlets to try to give them dirt on Donald Trump at that time. There was an indictment against Iranian hackers that followed in September of 2024. Thereafter, Iran hacked Trump's Truth social media platform in June of 2025. And Iran said that they got a lot of sensitive information by hacking Truth Social. Whether that's true or not, we don't yet know what they got in that hack, but it is undisputed that they hacked Truth Social when Trump struck Iran, when he attacked Iran's nuclear facilities back last June. Iran utilizes very sophisticated hacker groups. The 313 team is one such group. Handala is another such group, and other Iranian-backed hacker groups have been out there going after the Trump regime and going after people who are affiliated with the Trump regime and who are affiliated with Epstein.
You know, they hacked all that shit.
People who were hacked that had a treasure trove of Epstein emails that the Iranian.
So the T, if you guys are interested, is
but keep that there, Joe. I want you to type in something else also and TikTok. But TikTok's been around us. Say Europeans come out of East and Central Asia. Now, General Mosquito, they end up migrating down to Northern Africa. They don't originate from there. They were created up in the steppes. Say Europeans come out of the steppes of Asia, or just say in the steppes. What you call, they're all related. So when you talk about the Turkmen and all these other people, these are all Europeans. They all come from the steppes. That's where they were created at. Yeah. So you look at white people.
No one has actually sat down and studied the European. No one has gone into looking at the European from an anthropological standard, how they really are, where they really came from.
Exactly.
What is the nature of this person? What is the nature of this tribe, this clan, this family? So what I'm going to do is give you a background into nutritional causes of what we call today racism. Now, the Europeans came from somewhere, first of all. They claim they walked from Asia all the way up to Europe. And they know
that that's a fact. They know they came from Asia, like I told you. These are facts. They don't come from no fucking Europe. They come out of the Asian steppes, where I told you, where they normal to fuck little kids in the ass. Okay? That's where it came from. Not the shit, because most people know their history. Europe, they come out of England and France. No, they didn't. No, fuck they did. Fuck they did. They come out of the steppes of Asia. Over there by fucking Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the stand. That's where the Europeans came out of. They came from Asia and walked across killing, robbing, stealing and shit and murdering motherfuckers. That's where they came from. That's how they get into Europe. And then eventually Northern Africa start killing the niggas over there. Get your ass out of here, nigga. Kill your ass, get this land.
So they took a 1,000-mile walk from Asia up to Europe.
It's like a 1,000-mile walk.
Claim. And they claim their race is from 3 Sanskrit words. That is their claim. But the only thing we have historically to document them is what the facts are. There are a lot of people who claim that they were made and created in a laboratory, the Europeans.
They
were.
were.
There are a lot of people who claim they are a degenerate black person, someone who suffers from a melanin deficiency. That is true. But the facts are they came from somewhere. So we can look at where they came from and what caused them to behave the way they behave, strictly as a science, like you look at any other animal. There are human beings that behave like animals, and then there are animals that behave like human beings.
I told you.
So we're going to look at some animals that behave like human beings.
Like a human being. See, you think you're looking at a human being, you're looking at a humanized animal, which I've always said. Shout out to you, doctor. I know you said, I told you you're looking at a humanized animal. That's a fact, genetically. I've always taught you. You're looking at a fucking humanized animal. You can't tell that's not a fucking human being. You look at a humanized animal. Yeah, in the mind, about killing, robbing, stealing, taking shit. That's their nature. Go ahead.
According to, let me go to the chalkboard for a minute. Now, we're going back to maybe 1.5 million years ago. And during that period of time, they had what they call the Ice Age. And that was about 1.5 million years ago.
Can I have your attention, please? Workshop done.
I'll let him pause there.
Dealing with abusive relationships. Room 102. The challenges of international interracial relationships.
Because even calling Europeans is a lie. They're not indigenous to no fucking Europe at all. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, so we know that the Ice Age started, the most recent one started 1.5 million years ago.
And
it
about
just
10,000 years ago.
about 10,000 years ago.
10,000 years ago, exactly. About 10,000. So that's pleasant. And that's all you pretending Negroes. How was you over here in America and it was full of ice and you're black? Okay, it started here, but we know Africans go back further than 10,000 years ago. So how are you hearing all this fucking ice in America when this was Ice Age here? But no, I'm just asking. Then another question I'm going to ask you, pretending Negroes, since you say you were here in America, okay, some of you, okay, I get it, but since there was no borders between America and Canada, why there's not a big population of you Negroes in Canada? Because there was no borders, was no Canada, was no United States. So it should be a big population of niggas in Canada too. Because remember, you were on this landmass, okay? So why is there a big population of Negroes in Canada then still? And you're only in this area. Since you say you were here, you'd be a bunch of you also in Alaska and Canada, because there was no borders. So you didn't just stop and say, oh, this is New York. If I go past New York, I'm in Canada now, nigga. You didn't do that because there was no border. You just crossed over the river and you was in Canada because it was one landmass. That's what you say. So why is there not a bunch of black people in Canada today? See, you're too stupid. That's why your logic never makes no sense because you're dumb. You're morons. You can't critically think. You morons say, oh, we was in America and blah, blah, blah. But you can't make sense of why there's not a bunch of black people across this imaginary border called Canada. Where they at? I think maybe 1% of black people in Canada. 1%, maybe 2%. And those are foreigners. They tell you, those are Jamaicans, Kenyans, Nigerians, Ghanaians. So they ain't you. You know, the Africans, they just went past that imaginary line and came further south in what they call United States. They didn't stay in that other land. Now remember, Canada's fertile. Southern part of Canada's fertile. Southern part. So why would no? So what? Where were the black people up there at? Why they weren't there? They just decided to come further south over this made-up border that didn't exist. I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I just throw this out because, like I told you, now you're just too stupid. You're dumb. And that's they're gonna make you even dumber. Everybody's gonna keep having these dumbass arguments because you have no way of reasoning. You don't have no sense of history, no sense of geography, no sense of geology, no sense of anthropology, none of it, and no sense of linguistics. You're just on the internet talking crazy because you don't want to be an African. But when I tell you the thing that breaks down your goofy story, why aren't there a lot of Africans north of New York in Canada? The made up line. Asking you. Hey, I want to know. Why they, just because there's a few hours north of Jibba Jabba. He's in Pittsburgh, go a few hours north of him, he's in Canada. Why ain't a bunch of black people there? Since you say you was here, why ain't a bunch of black people there? Why they just go past this imaginary line? That's what I'm asking. I'm just asking that, but go ahead, Joe. That's another story. Go ahead.
That's
I'll break your motherfucking back. Ago. That's why.
And the ice receded about 5,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the Europeans entered into history 4,000 years ago. This is when they first recorded this race called the Europeans 4,000 years ago. That was recorded on a pallet, on a mace head in Africa when they first met the Europeans. That's 4,000 years ago.
So it's only 4,000. They're not ancient. So 4,000 years, the Africans right there, we meet these weird-looking people. They told you they're wicked, they're evil, they're steal, they're quarrelsome. They wrote that. The African, when they first met these people, we didn't know them, never seen white people in their lives. They're quarrelsome, they're wicked, they're evil. They do unnatural sex acts. That's all in the palate. That was they fucking animals and doing weird shit. That's back then. 4,000 years ago, say they putting their dicks in animals. That's then. And children. That's then. So this is known. So it ain't new. Go ahead, Joe.
This is when they entered history. And of course, they entered history violently.
Violently, exactly.
We say they were violent people. Well, they came from the Ice Age. Now, we're in Europe. We're around France, Germany, Sweden, Slavic countries. Those areas are known as glaciated. Glaciated soil.
They weren't there yet, though, Africa. They weren't in Europe. So we know glaciated soil means this soil sucks. That's why the best soil's in Africa. Hold on, guys. Go just play it.
The ice floods the area, and when it floods, it washes away all the vital nutrients. This is what happens.
So we know their land sucks with growing food. It's always been like, that's why they had to go conquer other places, because their land stinks, right? They got the worst soil. That's why they in Africa be farming in Africa, because their soil sucks. Right, but go ahead, Joe. So that's it. So
when you hear
go ahead, let me see what he's saying.
Those racists talk about go back to your country, go back to Africa. When you hear them say that, it's funny. It's not even so much funny because I don't got to get to the point that we was already here before them. They're not even, like I always say, the Europeans are not even the second people in the Americas. You got to remember, it was the Africans, groups of Africans. You had Asians who came to the Americas before the Europeans. The Europeans, they're new to this country, this land, I should say. And that's exactly my point.
They're new to all land. They're new to all lands, moron. You're trying to make yourself be there. They're new to all land. They just popped up 2 days ago. So they're new to all lands. That's the problem. They're new to all lands.
They keep telling you, black man, black woman, African people, they keep telling us to go back to where we come from. But they keep forgetting that they don't come from here either. You see what I'm saying? They don't come from here either. They come from Asia. They come from Asia. Yes, I said Asia. I didn't say Europe, because Europe.
Yeah, they come from Asia. That's a fact.
As the teachers, they'll tell you Europe is not a real continent.
No, it's not.
Europe doesn't qualify to be a continent based on how it is described. Like the definition of a continent, Europe doesn't qualify. Even if you look at the map, this is before I even looked at the maps, teachers, or anything. I just caught on to it. If you even look at the maps, Asia and Europe, it's not broken apart. It's literally
but he's still talking about Europe being called Asia, because which it is, but they're not from that part of Asia anyway. As Dr. African showed, they're from, like I told you, 1,000 miles west, over 2,000 or 3,000 miles west of there. I mean east of there. They're away from goddamn that's it, India, Pakistan region where they from. Even though Europe is a fake name, because there's no fucking Europe. Right about that, because Europe is not a real continent. It's some shit they made up. Because to be a continent, you had to be a body of land and have water on all sides. So Europe is no such place. It's some shit they made up to give them that fake superiority shit. They're Asian. They're not. There's no such thing as a European. Doesn't exist. So he's right. He's talking about them as a continent. There's no such continent as Europe. There's some shit that they got power. It is. Remember, when you get power, you get to just make up shit. That's what they did. We just make the shit up. We're now Europeans, and this is the European continent. There's no fucking such thing. There's no fucking such place. But they're not even from that part of what they call Europe. They're not from there. Okay? That's what they want to tell you. They're not from there. They know they're not from there. Oh, we're Europeans and blah, blah, blah. No, there were Africans there that they murdered off. The first people of Europe were African. They murdered them off. See, they ain't gonna teach you that in none of your books. And what I say, you gotta start studying shit. Gotta start knowing shit. Can't just be taking what they say. Everything they tell you is a lie. First people indigenous there were African people, were black people in Europe. Those people invaded like they always do, killed off the indigenous people there and stole the land. Like they always do. Since they ended history violently. You know, but where they came from. You better believe that's some lab experiment gone wrong. You better believe that shit for real. Go ahead, Jobin.
Okay. 10th Speed is telling you don't break his back. He's just asking.
Landmass. You could drive from Europe to Asia. You could drive from Asia to Europe. It's the same thing. So let them keep telling you go back to where you come from. Remind them, how did you get here? How did you take control? What did you do to the people that was here?
How many continents are there? I'm sure you learned about that. And then the other question is, can you name them? So if you said 7, you are absolutely wrong.
Lie. It's only 6. Exactly. That's what they do. They pray that.
Continent is a huge body of land.
Exactly. Surrounded by water.
There are 6 huge bodies of land.
Exactly.
And you probably thought North America, South America, and then you get to Europe and Asia. And Europe and Asia is one landmass.
Exactly. There's no Europe.
Continent, I used to teach geography. A continent is a huge body of land separated from others or almost separated.
By water.
Europe is not separated. But probably in school you learned that Europe and Asia are separated by the Ural Mountains. Check out Mr. Webster. He says nothing about a mountain separating continents. We have come to believe that Europe is a continent because Europeans told us it was.
Exactly, because they said so. They were trying to make a new identity for themselves and put themselves up. Remember, you're talking about psychopaths. They made up a whole fake identity. We're Europeans. We're from Europe. There's no fucking such places. Europe, there's no such place as a fucking European. Because they just made it up. There's no Europe. There's no Europeans. And anyway, they don't come from that fucking place they call Europe. No way. It's a made up place. No fucking such place as no fucking Europe. As each other. Because when they got power, remember, they just renamed shit. We're this, and we're better than everybody. We're Europeans, and we're European race. Motherfucker, you come from Asia. By India. That's why the Indians, what we call the Brahmin Indians, are them. They're the same people. The light-skinned white Indians are them, who they hate today. And that's easily proven. I've showed you guys what Joe showed. You got the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Indians and Pakistanis, because that's where they came from. And they went westward into what you call Western Asia or Europe. They make this fake name. We're Europe, we're Europeans. No, you're not. You're from Asia, motherfucker. And there's no such thing as no fucking Europe. Go ahead, Joby.
That in itself is part of the concept of whiteness.
Exactly. Mind control is a lie.
Not a continent.
Never has been.
It's a small part of Eurasia.
One part of Asia. It's one whole continent. It's Asia.
Other avenues of research include dialectical distinctions within the Vedas or comparisons within other ancient languages, like Old Avestan, the most archaic form of the Iranic language found in ancient Zoroastrian texts. There is some evidence of loanwords from very old Indo-Aryan dialects in some Finno-Ugric languages, which are found in northern Eurasia.
They get called Indo-Aryans because they're white. No, the Aryans were the white people. Those are the white people that invaded India. That's now the ruling class, like the white. And those are people that walked across what we call the Asian steppes and became what you call the Europeans today. Those are the same motherfuckers. And we call the Indo-Aryans. The white people, remember, Hitler says they're Aryans. The Aryan race, the Aryans. That's them. One went south in the India, and others went west in the goddamn, what they call Europe today. But that's where they came from. Go ahead, Joby.
These suggest that Indo-Europeans lived up north and then moved east before entering South Asia. In addition, there is evidence within the Vedas of different Sanskrit dialects. Thus, it is likely that Indo-Europeans came slowly and did not come in one big wave.
Exactly. Indo-European, they come and invade. Remember, they set the racism system. They come and invade India. See, ancient India and all the damn things were African people who created that civilization. Not the white people there today that hate African people, right? That they're now on the top, they're now the Brahmin class. They come in and just assume the civilization. They invade the African people of India. India was named after what? It was called Hindustan. It was named after also Ganges was named after Sudan. With really the Kush kingdom, the Africans of Kush, the Nubians. That's who settled and civilized India, the Africans. The Africans in the Sudan and Kenyan region. That's who created the civilization in India. These white people invaded there and they set up their racism, right? So they've been this from the beginning when they first come in their history. Their whole religion is racist. That's why they've always been racist. It's not nothing new. This is who they've always been. Go ahead, Joby.
Appear to have been an invasion, and in fact, the Vedas show some familiarity with modern-day Afghan, Pakistani, and North Indian landscapes.
Yeah,
this suggests that the ancients who wrote it were born and raised in the region, and were not recent migrants. Thus, if a migration did occur, it was not a violent mass invasion, but a slow process that took place over multiple generations.
It was violent.
The difficulty of philological evidence.
It was violent. The black people didn't say come invade us and take all our shit and put us under slavery. It was violent. Go ahead, Joe.
Lies in the fact that these religious texts, with metaphorical allusions, are not meant to be taken literally.
And remember, the white people there now try to take credit, right, for these writings. Had nothing to do with these writings. These writings were down. Because you know they're African. If you guys know Hindu spirituality, not the shit they made now with the Brahmanism, you know that's completely African. You know that. You can read it. You know it's African. But of course they came there and put their wicked ass racism in it and they try to claim this them. Motherfucker, you weren't even there. You invaded. Like they always did, invade, then try to take credit for shit they had nothing to do with. Go ahead, Joe.
They may be based on cultural events, much like the ancient Greek Iliad might be. However, they are still cultural products that are meant to be seen through a religious lens. Thus, any definitive evidence from philology cannot occur through literalist readings. Another avenue through which scholars have analyzed the Aryan invasion theory is that of genetics. Genetics is a tricky discipline for studying history. While it can show extensive links between peoples, it can also be easily misused for extrapolations from very small genetic samples. From what we can attest from genetic studies of haplogroups, meaning groups of DNA that indicate familial lineages, there is indeed some connection between the modern Indian people and other Indo-European populations throughout Iran and Europe. These vary from region to region, with some North Indian populations who speak Indo-European languages having more genetic connections than their southern counterparts. This evidence shows us that there are indeed Indo-European genetic links in India, but this information must be digested in a nuanced way. To start with, while these genetic connections may indicate that several Indian ethnic groups share a common Western ancestry, they do not show when or how these movements occurred. They could have been from migrations into India that occurred hundreds or thousands of years after the supposed Bronze Age Aryan invasion took place, or even due to reverse migrations. Thus, it is difficult to draw solid conclusions from genetic analyses. In addition, there is evidence that Indo-European languages are spreading throughout South Asia. Linguistic evidence is another tool that is used to study population movement beyond mere textual analysis. This can be immensely useful in mapping out cultural change or loanwords. However, it is difficult to map out something as intangible as the spoken word, or to figure out when certain languages reached certain areas of the Indian subcontinent, and if their arrival lines up chronologically with the supposed Aryan invasion. This is in large part because the ancient Indian Bronze Age was a period with little, if any, writing, and also because we have very minimal understanding.
That's a lie. He's saying what all these white people show. So that's what he showed these white people in Iran. Now, these are all black people's lands. See, there's an invasion of these white people. Where the fuck do they come from? Where the fuck do these people just come from all of a sudden? Huh? See, no one ever says, where the fuck do they come from? You see, Dr. Africa told you 4,000 years ago, so they just arrived in history. Where the fuck do they come from? Because they weren't there before. These people didn't even exist. They wasn't there before. So where the fuck did they come from? That's where it gets deep. Where the fuck these people just all show up all of a sudden somewhere? And everywhere they showed up was all violent and stealing and robbing and raping and killing. But they showed up from somewhere. So we know it wasn't no evolutionary shit that you taught. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie. Because they can't say there was up in some ice age. There was some Bigfoot, a Neanderthal's a Bigfoot. It was some Bigfoot became a human being. That's a fucking lie. Because you know they come out the steppes of Asia right there. So they didn't become somebody black, became a Bigfoot, and then became a human being in Europe because they're not indigenous to Europe. So that throws off the fake ass evolutionary shit. And then you guys got to think. See, I want you guys to put in your critical thinking, all right? Critical thinking. So now we're gonna blow your fucking fake evolution out the trail. They know it's a lie, but they run the world, so they want you to keep believing these lies. They want you to know where the fuck they come from. So in this small area where they call Asia right there, how do you got an Indian-looking motherfucker, a white-looking motherfucker, and a slanty-eyed Asian-looking motherfucker in the same area? How's that possible? You know it ain't possible. How's that possible? In the same area, you got three kinds of human beings. How's that possible? But evolution don't happen fast enough that a Chinese man became a white man became an Indian man. You know, that's a lie. See, don't ever want you to think about that. Remember, they're all in the same region of creation right there in Asia. Because when you think about Asia, you got to say slanty-eyed people. No, the Caucasians are the Asian, the East Indians are Asian, and the Chinese and the Japanese, all these other people, those are Asians. All in the same area. So how you get all these three different phenotypes in the same motherfucking area? So they want to teach you that. So you know that's an evolutionary impossibility. You get a motherfucker look like a Chinese man, motherfucker like an Indian man, and a motherfucker look like a white man, all in the same goddamn area. See, always goes back to some motherfucking gene splicing. Always goes back to some creation. Every time. Because you can't get no evolution. You go across this damn fake border, doesn't exist. China, remember, because China borders India. How do people look like Chinese people on this side of the made-up border, and you go 3 miles down across the border, they look like a completely other different person? How's that happen? How'd that happen? What evolution is that? Huh? See, I want you to critically think. You know, it's impossible. Because China sits on the border of India. These are facts. So I cross this border, I go a mile across this border, people look completely different than the motherfuckers I just left a mile down the road. And then if I go a mile to the east, everybody's white with blonde hair and blue eyes and green eyes and all that shit. We're talking about in the beginning, before the white people moved to Asia, move what we call Europe. On that same area. So you know that's a lie? Because you know evolution works slow, so you can't have three different people getting cooked up by evolution in the same area. Because these are facts. If you guys don't know, I said you got to know, geography. That India sitting next to China, these are facts. India sits on the border of China. China sits on the border of India. These are facts. Okay? So how is there two different human beings supposedly made by evolution? And how the evolution know not to cross the border? Huh? How does evolution know not to cross the border? They were going to make different borders. I didn't know this part was going to become China, and this part was going to become India, and they were going to look different. Now, we're talking about gene splicing, people being put in certain different areas. That's what we're talking about. That's what all the evidence shows you. They never want you to critically think this out, because you know what I'm saying is truthful. You know what I'm telling you is truthful? Because if it's evolution, how can one person be across the border, he looks Chinese, across a mile down the street, he looks Indian, and a mile to the west, he looks like a white man? Huh? What evolution is that? Remember, evolution happens over thousands of years. That's their books. So I got three different looking motherfuckers in the same area there. It ain't no 1,000 years, because remember, all these people just showed up 2 days ago. So it could be no evolution, because all these people just got to the planet. Am I So we had Dr. Africa said this when they come into history. These people got a time they came into history. So there ain't no ancient shit you're talking about. Because evolution means they had to evolve. So they would say, okay, they were Indians, and then the Indian became a Chinese man, the Chinese man became, because the Europeans were the last people became a European. Well, we know Asian people, the Chinese, Japanese don't come to be white people. We know they come out of the Indian people. So where did the Chinese other people come from then? Right? Do this for me real quick. Ask TikTok this real quick, Joe. Say
of the pre
say European looking, European looking people in northwestern Pakistan. So you guys don't know they got blonde hair, blue-eyed people. That's where they came from. They walked into Europe, or what they call Western Europe. That's where they came from. Okay, they're Asian, right? And you see a bunch of them. Right there. Pause that. Pause right there.
Are they blonde hair?
Don't it look European? That's where they came from. That's where it came from. Fucking Pakistan, Afghanistan, Afghanistan, India stand, Hindustan. But really, you would call them Turkish people. See, white people actually be Turk. That's why you talk about Turkey, and they say they're different. These Iranians, they're Turkish. The white European are Turkish. They're from the cognate. Okay, they don't call themselves Turkish no more. This would be the cognate people, the Turkish people who became French, and Indo-Europeans become Germans, French, English, Swedish, Spanish. That's where they come from. Steps of motherfucking Asia. But you never taught none of that. You think they came from Europe? The fuck they did. And they know that. They never put in the books, but they know that. Like Dr. Africa, they know they came from Asia. They came over from China. It came from China region. How's that possible? How you get a Chinese-looking man, a white man, and an Indian man in the same fucking place? Because I told you in the mountains they were cooking motherfuckers up. Oh, you find all the chambers. How motherfuck your mind up? You know, in them lands where China done found them. China making you're off limit. China done found them place where they cook the motherfuckers up at. Yeah, they're off limits. I've been telling you this 10 years ago. Those places are off limits. China came across them caves they were all cooking these motherfuckers up at. Yep. Laboratory, yeah. China done found all that shit off limits to everybody. Off limits. Because they all come from those caves of the steppes of Asia. All of them. So we're talking about gene splicing by either some fucked up niggas or some alien forces. Those are your two items. Those are your two. You pick your poison. Some renegade niggas, and we already told you we were smarter back then. That's a fact. Those already told you. Those already told you. People started making up shit, started doing shit. Even when the land is still, we were still smart. People still baking up shit. And what those told you, people start baking up shit, doing shit they weren't supposed to do, evil forces. And all in that area, you'll find a whole bunch of shit you ain't supposed to never see. Evolution. Nobody keep giving you a pick. Evolution. Evolution don't work because they wouldn't know that goofy Neanderthal shit don't work. It became a Bigfoot, became white. That's a lie. But did they splice them with Bigfoot? Yeah. They were spliced. They were spliced with those genes, but they didn't evolve from a Bigfoot to a white man. That's cartoon crazy shit you talking. Because they all come from the same area right there. That's a fact. Show, Joe. Keep showing it.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed people living in the mountains of Pakistan. Deep in Pakistan's mountains lives a group of European features. Blonde hair, blue eyes.
See, he doesn't know. He doesn't. This bunch of that's been there. That's where they come from the steppes. That's called the Eurasian steppes. That's where they came from. He's like, what are these white people, blonde hair, blue eyes doing there? Because that's where the motherfuckers came from, stupid. They invaded what we call Europe, invaded England, France, Iran, Turkey, all that shit today, and killed a bunch of black people. Remember, this planet was all black people, the whole fucking planet. And so somebody was cooking shit up in these places to make a vicious. You know, when the Asians went vicious. Now they vicious too. Everybody said, "Hey, motherfuckers ain't vicious enough. We gotta take all the melanin out this fucking thing. Get what we want." That's what the evidence shows. Because they just pop up on the scene, as Dr. Africa told you 4,000 years ago. There's no ancient nobody. They just pop up. Remember, Africa's already living in civilization back then. Kemet been around for thousands of years, highly advanced. You're all in Perth. That's all highly advanced shit. So you got a bunch of savages coming out the mountains on your ass. Savage. Brutal. Don't have no education. Brutal. Brutal, right? They're brutal with that ass. Savage. And just unleashed on people. Ah! Go ahead, Joe.
Origins to Alexander the Great, and they've survived for over 2,000 years, but now they're disappearing. In 327 BC, Alexander the Great's army came towards
Pause. They didn't know Alexander the Great. See, that's what you talking about. That's why I hate a moron. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Just goes over white history. These are lies. So he get off of him. He think these are people left from Alexander the Great. These were Greeks left behind. They're not Greeks left behind. These are Greek people that were left behind during Alexander's campaign. No, they're not.
So remember, black people, we don't have an aquiline nose. An aquiline nose is interchangeable with the Roman nose. Why would a black person have a Roman nose? Why would an African have a Roman nose? So that's where you get the diversity. Diversity means non-African features. That's how you justify non-African features, because diversity means unkind. Diversity means we're not the same kind. So when they say diversity, that means there's different type of people in Africa, which is a cover-up for the invasions in Africa. Historical invaders of Africa. Exactly. They say Africa's been invaded, but what happened to the invaders? They never fucking left.
They never left. Those are Ethiopians, those are your Somalians, those are the invaders who mixed in with the invaders. Exactly. I'm not black. Look at my nose and look at my animal hair. Yeah, you're part of the invasion. You're an invader.
Nations, that's why they claim the nations and the countries and the religion and the languages, which is not tied to rivers and forests, but they're tied to the Mesopotamian caves, tied to birds. And this is King Jarrell in your ear.
Did you know that there is a town here in Pakistan that looks like you're in the British countryside? Welcome to Murray, and we are currently in the oldest tea house in the entire town. This dates back to around the 1870s, and this would have been where British generals came to enjoy a nice cup of tea. We are sat opposite.
See, pause it. See, now he's trying to say these are from British having babies with indigenous. Nah, these are actual. Where's where you come from, stupid? It's not. No, see, one guy tried to say Alexander. He's trying to say when the British came just 200 years ago, and now you got these kids and look. No, that's where the fuck you came from. That's not nobody invading. And that's the British. It is the Greeks. No. Because you see, the genetics is still the same. That's not a mixed genetics. That's not a mixed genetics from no fucking Alexander either. 2,000 years ago. That's who they are. They're you. That's where you come from. That's why the genetics is pure right there. There's not no mixture you're looking at. Go ahead, Joby.
Cathedral, and this is pretty surreal.
It is. They've actually made us a lovely tea. It's like being back at home. Let me try it. It's hot. You need this when you're in the hill stations. Right now, it's a little bit.
Why do these Pakistanis look so white? The actual answer is not what you think. The Kalash are a small Indo-Aryan ethnicity, with less than 4,000 people being part of this group. They can be found in the northwest of Pakistan, but they look very different from other South Asians. The Kalash are known for their very distinct features, with some of them having light skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes, making them stand out among other Pakistanis. Now there is an hypothesis about their origins. Some tradition claims that the Kalash have Greek ancestry as a result of Alexander.
Yeah, Greeks. You know, it's a lot. Remember, Pakistan's a new country. Remember, that wasn't Pakistan. Don't say Pakistan. That's India, right? That was India. Pakistan's a new country. So don't you say Pakistan. Oh, they got the Pakistan and Pakistan stand. Remember, that's India. There was no fucking Pakistan fucking 80 years ago. That's fucking northwest India. There was no fucking Pakistan. So they keep trying to say, oh, actually they're gonna put that fake ass Alexandria. No. See, and the fact white people know they call Indo-European. They don't come from Europe. See, that lie they've been telling so long. Most of them, they don't lie no more. They don't come from that part of Europe. They don't come from Europe. They come from Asia. They come from right there where them people at. That's where they came from. The Europeans come from that area there. Okay? They were created there. Go ahead, Joby.
Expedition. But this myth was dispelled in recent genetic
Exactly.
studies. So what is their DNA actually made of?
Yeah, exactly. I told you, that myth. They were no Greeks. If anything, they were the motherfuckers that were Greeks and ended up going west and became the Greeks, became the British, became the French, became all these goopy groups, became the Germans. Go ahead, Joby.
Ancestry is relatively unique, yet they still have a similar profile to Pashtuns, and to a lesser extent, Roar and Jat people from India, as they all have an important input from the steppe. Click the link in bio now that you can answer.
Pause it. You know what he said, the steppe? Because if you go to the genetics, you're talking about gene spikes. I told you they come from the steppes. They all come from the Asian steppes. Ain't that funny? East Indians come from the Asian steppes. These white people come from the Asian steppes. And these Chinese people come from the Asian steppes. So, that fucks up your fake ass. Why do you think the Rothschilds in these education systems keep teaching you that goofy evolution? Evolution is a fucking lie, but you gotta agree to it, or you won't graduate from no school. No school in the world where you graduate unless you write on any paper that this evolution is real and it's the way things are and blah blah blah. And if you do any digging, any real science, you know it's a goddamn lie. But you can't pass no school in the world, no college, nowhere on this planet unless you agree to this fucked up lie. And they know it's a lie. In their own science, if you do anything, their own science shows you it's a lie. But you won't pass no damn court, you won't get no degree in nothing unless you agree to that lie on the planet. How can that be? And you think the planet is just different countries? Why wouldn't each country say, nah, we don't agree with this? You must agree to that lie. You must agree to that lie. Or you get no bachelor's degree, you get no master's degree, you get no PhD, you get nothing unless you agree to that fucking lie. And anybody did any real science, you like, hey, go ahead, Joe, go ahead.
Dark skin for Pakistani girl, and I'm going to be talking about my colorism experience in Pakistan. Now, guys,
you look like English boy, but you are Pakistani?
Yes.
I am more brown than you. I'm more brown than you. Everyone's just staring at me here because I'm the only foreigner here.
Yes.
I am Gora Gora.
Gora Gora. You are traveler?
Yes.
Natural. It's natural.
I don't want. You drink. You drink. You. I'm full.
Please.
I'm full.
Just try. Just try.
What?
People
claim to be descendants of Alexander.
And they're not. See, the DNA shows they're not. See, that's why they want to keep this confusion going. You see how they confused, they keep going. These people say they're descendants from Alexander and they got mixed. They're not. That's where the Europeans come from. They want to keep all this confusion going on so you don't know. Europeans don't come from you. They come from the steppes. If you ever investigate in the steppes, oh, buddy, you're going to see a lot of fucking labs, Jack. Remember the steppes of Asia take you to China? All that area right there. China done shut down a lot of shit because they went in them caves and saw a lot of that creation shit up in there, buddy. What does China have too? Oh, China has pyramids, just like in Kemet. You never know, you're not supposed to know that. But you believe those motherfuckers call themselves Chinese, they make that. The Africans made that. So somebody was gene splicing shit. Okay? That's all the evidence show, but you never can show. You know, I put my tinfoil hat on again and say I'm making it up. I'm crazy. I know I'm telling the fucking truth. Science and all prove. I know I'm saying a fact. It's like all that Jeffrey Epstein shit. Everything I'm saying right now is a fact. Genetically, it's a fucking fact. Evolution is a goddamn lie. Some shit they made up. You know it's made up. It won't, if you do any kind of real science, don't even hold up the science, but you got to pretend because you don't run the world. They do. You got to pretend that a monkey became a man. You got to pretend a monkey became a man. A monkey became a black man. Somehow a black man became an Indian man. Indian man became a Chinese man. A Chinese man became a white man. That's what they tell you. But they never tell you that these people, these other people besides non-Africans, all lived in the same area. That fucks up the evolutionary shit. Huh? That could be a white man, a Chinese man, and an Indian man all in the same area. All in the steppes of Asia. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay? Okay, I'm done with it. Let's go to Iran. So, okay, now they want to bomb Iran because that's their nature, right? And they want to kill people in Iran because remember, for them it's about rob, steal, kill. What can I get? Mine. Everything belongs to me. Mine. So this is what happened through evolution. Somebody created this thing to be this way. Right? To steal, kill, have no conscience, have no humanity. And ever since they got on the planet, it's always been the same. Rob, steal. Oh, I want you to jump real quick. We're about to get out of here. Type in Afghani boy culture. Afghani. Hold on, what's the best way to say it? Let me say. TikTok got to be perfect. Say Afghanistan. Afghanistan sleeping with boys culture. That's the same area. You got these white, remember, Afghanistan borders Pakistan, that same area. They've been doing this since they came into history, guys. It's nothing new. So the whole history of them fucking these boys.
In northern Afghanistan, the quiet house fills with
pause
music.
it. See, pause it. Northern Afghanistan, which they told you where the white people came from. Northeastern Pakistan, right there where they border, where they came from. So they show you they've always been fucking boys. Since they came into existence. So go ahead and play it, Joey.
Sit in a cold room, smoking, drinking, waiting. Then the dancer enters. At first, it looks like a woman. Red scarf, long skirt, silver bells tied to hands and feet. The men cheer, reaching out as the figure spins faster and faster.
Remember, they're Muslims. That's their Remember, they're Muslims. Remember, the goopy new religion is new. That goopy Muslim. It didn't stop them from still fucking boys, because that's always been their culture as white people, right? So their goopy new Muslim that they did, this fake religion they created this 1,400 years ago, they didn't stop fucking boys. Their God, Allah, did not tell them, don't put your dick in a boy's ass. Go ahead, Joby.
Drops. It isn't a woman at all. It's a boy. Barely 16. This is Bachabazi Boy. Play. Boys, often rejected by their families, are dressed in women's clothes, forced to dance, and worse. They're treated like property, owned by men who call themselves masters.
Imagine how sick these motherfuckers. They know it's a boy. Imagine how sick these motherfuckers. And these are you goopy niggas worshiping these people. It'd be crazy to me. You don't know nothing about these people you worship, you fucking idiots. Crazy to me. So, they know it's a boy, and they're all betting they're all gonna fuck the shit out this kid. This is the norm. Go ahead, Joby.
Was just a child when his family abandoned him. Now he smokes nervously as grown men tie belts to his wrists and ankles, laughing
grown men are gonna
dressing
fuck him.
like a doll. Later, he tells his story with a blank face, as if this life is normal. In Kabul, Whole markets sell DVDs of these boys dancing like entertainment. Hotels filled with children waiting to be hired for weddings and parties. Many never escape. Some carry the scars forever. This isn't just a story. It's real, and the scariest part. Everyone knows, but to many look away. Sometimes the darkest horrors don't hide in the shadows. They dance in plain sight.
I guess your senior officer.
See, he just saying dancing. Let's go see the thing. He say dancing. See, he didn't say the part where they gonna fuck him. They're not just dancing the dance. I'm dancing. So it was some kid just dancing in front of them. They're dancing to get the dicks hard so they can fuck the boy. Okay, go ahead. Do say, go ahead.
You saw some things to say, yo. Yeah. Nah, this everything that they've been telling me about these people rings true.
Oh yeah, from how they treat their women to even how they treat. We call them chai boys, like
chai boys,
chai
right.
tea. We call them chai boys, and how men are for pleasure and only women are for reproduction. Women don't really have a purpose.
Now that's what I told you when they first came. When they first came to Africa. This goes back to the beginning of who they are. I told you they came to Africa. They seen African men loving on women. They were appalled. How dare? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be loving on a woman. A woman's only for reproduction. Let me tell you, a woman's only for reproduction. That's why you got no real history, stupids. Right? A boy. That's why you got your goofy Valentine's Day with the naked fucking Cupid. Because they got the butt cheeks up there because they want to fuck the boy. See? This is where they start from. This is where they come from. If you go back in history and all this shit, it's been their culture from the beginning. Okay? They don't want to do with no woman. They want to treat women badly. Why the white man still treats his woman badly? They want boy doo-doo. Go ahead, Joey.
It's just to reproduce, but
right.
When you start to see the
remember I said this last week. So this last week when we talked about Valentine's Day. I told you guys this last week. It goes deep. Go ahead, Joey.
Stuff that they do. Then there's this thing that in Afghanistan it was like Man Love Thursday. And I accidentally walked in a tent. I thought it was like the snack tent where you had like a Gatorade and chips and stuff. Walked into the wrong tent and I seen about 20 plus dudes like they weren't wrestling.
They weren't wrestling?
Maybe I'm not following you here.
Because
I'm not following you here.
Sure I'm getting this correct because
you're getting it. It's hidden with their fake ass Islam. All that goofy shit. All these fake religions. That's for you morons. All that goofy shit. They desire little boy butt cheeks. Go ahead, Joey.
Like they don't play homosexuality.
Who?
That's some shit they told you. That's some shit. No, they got it from the African doesn't play that. They've always played that. You remember, because it's always in African spirituality. Don't do that. They took our spirituality, made the religion, but they put it in their goofy religious books. But that's never been their culture. They've always been sleeping with boys, sleeping with little girls, from their inception, being created up in them steps. That's what they're trying to tell you. Go ahead, Joker.
Over there.
Yeah, there was a mission out in Afghanistan. We're in a tree line and stuff went down. We're plucking some dudes off. Pause. We're taking down some enemy, coming out the tree line, butt naked. And in the tree line, we had to pull guys out of each other. And they had makeshift condoms on of like saran wrap and a bow tie of like yarn at the base of it.
So they make their own condom and put saran wrap on the dick heads and tied it up because they had no condoms and shit. Yeah. Allah, you goofy Allah niggas. Go ahead, Joe.
To pull some dudes apart out of each other.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You saw this with your own eyes.
Touch the bodies.
So you're telling me you guys killed them So what do you have? 33 confirmed kills
on that deployment?
You did. I did the same thing.
What's your total confirmed? I know. You will never know because you were a machine gunner.
I see you there with some boys. I'd have tapped that head. Exactly. You're not supposed to say that. I'd have did it. I blew your motherfucking head off your goddamn shoulders. And slept well at night too. I'm like, oh, you trouble by killing somebody? Nope, sure ain't. Got his ass with a dick in a kid's ass. Blew his motherfucking head off. Sure did. Kept it pushing too. Go ahead, Joe.
Your confirmed kill.
In all of my whole career, I have no idea. I killed more people on my first
deployment. Exactly. Nobody's gonna keep counting anybody they killed. Who got time? Nobody gonna keep counting all the people who killed. I don't know how many people I've killed. Who knows that? Nobody's gonna count that shit. How many people confirmed kills have you done? The fuck would I know? Motherfucker I might have shot him. Motherfucker thought he did. He wasn't even dead. What do I know? Go ahead.
And I killed more than 33 people. That was in Iraq. Yeah, my first deployment, easily over 33 people.
Okay. So let's just say what's on record when people search you and it's Army sniper, Army Ranger, 33 confirmed kills. Mm-hmm. Let's just say, we know it's more, but let's just say it's 33.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me part of that 33 were men having sex with men, killed in the act, and you physically had to pull this man's body part out of another man?
I didn't pull his body. I pulled the body. I didn't go
Exactly. You never touched the body. We do all that shit. You leave him dead on the road. What did you talk about? Did you go take his dick out the body? No. What are you talking about? Let the buzzards get his fucking body. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Go ahead.
Just no, it was not the body. Yeah, during that time we were cutting people's fingers off for fingerprint analysis.
Yeah.
That was back then, and you had to pull body. We had to pull their bodies off of each other. So my guy won't say his name, so he could cut the fingers off of him, put them in a plastic bag in his pocket.
I'm trying to smell all. I ain't trying to smell. I'm not trying to smell all kind of doo doo. Bodily fluids, put motherfuckers out. Got all kind of doo doo in a plastic, fake rubber. They got covered in doo doo and shit. Nah, I'm not doing none of that. Yeah, so if I had some Afghani translator with him cutting the fingers off, I'm not touching that shit at all. Got doo doo all on the fake plastic bag, smelling like doo doo and ass. Shit, fuck out of here.
3-letter agency building, and they run some fingerprint analysis, DNA. We've taken jawbones off of target.
Taking jawbones too.
For dental records.
Yeah. That's about when you're getting jawbone in this shit, Joby.
Okay, did I hear you correctly? You said they had a condom with a string attached to it?
There you go. It wasn't a condom. He told you plastic bag saran wrap. It had no condom. It's a made of condom. The country's poor. They can't afford no condoms. Shit, you put some plastic on your dick and tie it up.
Burlap yarn or something like that.
That's right.
At the base of it. Tie tight.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. No, 100%. On everything I love. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if this is war crimes, or you can even answer stuff like this.
That's not no war crime.
Yeah.
Nah, this everything that they've been telling me.
Yeah, so literally, think we that better be sure not to find that Joe, Papa Joe, and
what Joey?
the upper and down Joe, Be careful.
Fuck the jawbone. Be careful not to be grabbing nobody when they penis out somebody's butthole. Oh man. With a fake rubber, Joey.
People are doing all kind of evil things, but as we wind up,
read the comments, Joey. I know why shit is evil. They don't think it's evil beating somebody's butt.
crazy. But shout out to everyone with us on the chat. Shout out to 10 Speed, Ricky. I see Wake Up. We have Pharaoh. And Trevor, literally, as I continue, I see where I left it from. I see Ricky Snow was saying Ice Age wasn't across America. Ran from Canada, New York, Ohio, Michigan, lower Minnesota, or to Oregon.
I'm just asking where all the black people. Okay, after the Ice Age 10,000 years ago, black people up in the area. That you guys are indigenous. Where were all the black people at? That's all I'm asking. Clown minds want to know. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, there are 10 species. So are you saying that that was a big landmass that was empty, and before the continents broke away, were there black people there?
No. I'm always sure there was black people in America. Maybe not as many as we thought. There's black people all over the globe. So I've always said this years ago. I don't get caught in the fake pretending thing, but it was still African people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was the African people that went all over the globe and took their customs and their mores, the forays, their customs. That's why you find these African traditions all over the globe. That's why they're in Mexico and South America and China, because there were only African people here for millions, not thousands, millions of years. We're the only people that go back on this planet. Every time you dig, remember, you got wicked people created, giving you a history of lies to keep control. We know this in the ocean alone, as the Ice Age supposedly melted, right? The oceans rose, right? So we know in the oceans, there are civilizations in the ocean. We know that there are civilizations in the ocean. And who was only here? Black people. Who created it? Black people. So this is during the Ice Age when the water rose, right? And covered all these other civilizations up. We know that there are civilizations, it's not my opinion, in the ocean. Okay? In the ocean. It can all be traced back to the main area, Africa first. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying there wasn't black people here. To say you went to Africa is a lie, because I always connect you through the. I always say you got a totem pole here, right? Totem comes out of Africa. You don't know this? That's why you got totem poles all over America. That tradition goes back hundreds of thousands of years in Africa. Before we leave, I'm going to have Joby show that. Before we leave today, read the comments, Joe. I want you to go to YouTube and say totem tradition in Africa. That's where it came from. So they took the traditions globally. That's all I'll be saying. I'm not saying there wasn't black people here, but to say you didn't come out of Africa is stupid, because you see the traditions coming out of Africa.
You said what? Totem.
Totem. So TOTEM. Say totem traditions came out of Africa. Totem. Is it TOTUM or TOT? I think it's totem is TOTUM. I think totem, right? Or is it TOTEM? Somebody tell me which one it is. I can spell that shit. Totem. The TOTUM? I think it's TOTUM. Totem. The totem traditions came out of Africa. So of course, these other people that showed up 2 days ago, that you said the Asian-looking Americans, right? They adopted your what? Your tradition. That's true. It didn't come from them, but it still has an origin. You trying to deny the origin? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, totem. Exactly. So just read. Can you read what it is? What a totem is, Joey? And what is a totem?
You said
those traditions. Oh, anyway, well, YouTube, TikTok, anyone. I just know they came out of Africa. That's why you got the totem poles here in America. That's African. But a lot of you too stupid to know that. You don't know these traditions. Like I said, I'm asking. Oh, it came here. Totems came out of Africa. And then went worldwide.
Oh.
Everything has an origin.
I think I had some gunshots. Shit.
Uh-oh. Watch out. You're not in Southeast D.C., are you, Joe?
Nice. It's
You're not,
unsafe.
you're not, you're not trying to go reunite with some old crackhead boyfriend from high school, are you?
No. We were told it's really unsafe currently. Everywhere
Oh
it's
shit!
unsafe because of the theft that is going on with the border people. They're just stealing.
Oh, what with the motor people? What they doing now?
I was discussing that earlier, I think, when you went out on my show.
Oh,
The border people.
no.
There's a crackdown on border people. If you don't have a license, if you don't have a driving license, you're getting
Wow.
arrested, and there's no excuse. Literally, it's a whole case because the border people have been stealing from. Not just stealing, but stealing and killing and raping women too. You'd be taking a bike.
Wow.
Yeah, you take a bike, then they run away with you. It's cases that are actually going on. So
Well,
it's crazy. I had a
so,
gunshot.
well, it makes sense. Makes sense. You got no license. You shouldn't be driving anyway. So they want to regulate it and make it. They want to organize it. So I agree with that.
It's crazy. Saying the right thing. Is that it, kid?
No, I'm just showing something. Well, no, I just want to. I don't want nobody to dance. I just want to say. I want somebody to just explain totems, the creation of totems, and what are they?
Oh, okay. Let me see. Maybe on TikTok.
Totem. Say the creation of totems coming out of Africa. That's why you see the same thing. Totems are the animals. That's why you see the animals in America with the totems. Totems symbolize spiritual power. And
once we begin to study more the Central African and West African tribes,
there you go.
Tribes that they are the ones that built ancient Egypt. You understand me? These are the people that dispersed from Kemet and traveled back into the interior of Africa from which they came. You understand me? And when the colonialists came through and colonized these areas, they found these beautiful people and made them to stop most of the traditions that would help you today to recognize them as the same people on the walls in the Sudan and in what we now call Egypt. Study. For the more you study, the more options you have. And the more options means the more power.
San Francisco. Totems are objects, animals, or symbols that hold significant spiritual or cultural importance within various indigenous cultures around the world. They're often seen as representations of certain qualities, characteristics, or ancestral spirits imbued with symbolic meaning. Many totems are inspired by animals, plants, or natural elements embodying the spirit or essence of the particular animal or element. Integral to indigenous spirituality, totems are invoked for guidance, protection, or healing ceremonies, with some cultures believing individuals have a personal totem animal serving as a guardian spirit. Totems reflect the beliefs, values, and traditions of a community or tribe.
So we're saying, I'm saying that there's an origin behind totems. That's why you got totems in America. They come from no Asians like they do now. So to say I'm not African, I got to do with Africa. You ain't know where totems come from, you moron. Those traditions came out of Africa, you idiot. You're too stupid to know that because you want to hate being African and all. Those traditions that you do, where do you think the chief thing came from? And you got the chiefs when I'm a chief. Chief traditions come out of Africa, stupid. These are just bones. It was like hundreds of thousands of years ago. And why you got some chiefs here in America? Chief. Where do you think that came from? Where do you think the feathers came from? Oh yeah, you know the feather headdress? That came out of Africa. I'm not saying that you didn't exist here, but everything has an origin. But you hate Africa and being African. I'm not African. I'm an American. I've been here. I'm an American Indian. Your traditions show that you came from somewhere first, stupid. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And I'll be trying to teach you. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead. You come. Wrap it up.
Wake up. I see Jibba Jabba also says Marco Polo wrote about seeing a dog-headed man
Yeah,
in the
the cynocephalic. Yeah, Marco Polo, who was going to China from Italy, and we know this is true. But I told you, he said he's seen a whole island of what they call cynocephalic. Cynocephalic are dog-head men. Now, Joey can. Bam, fucking bugs. Now, they've been showing them on TikTok forever now, man. Joey, show real quick.
Nah,
So,
time
wait, Joey, this 5 seconds, Joey. This is quick. We got to wrap this up. I'm doing this at least. Takes 5 seconds. If you go to TikTok and say videos of dog-headed men. They've been popping up everywhere. Called cynocephalic. Which we talking about gene splicing. We know that the Africans were gene splicing shit. That's how you got these other people. So Marco Polo just told you, she said, hey, there's a bunch of islands of these dog-headed motherfuckers around here.
And you think you've seen it all? You ain't seen nothing yet. Throughout history, there have been many reports and sightings of dog-headed humanoid beings. There's even stories of Alexander the Great waging war on these dog-headed beings. The history of these beings date as far back as ancient Egypt, and allegedly,
of course, because Egypt, we talking about the gene splicing of shit. Making shit. It always goes back to Kemet, don't it? Go ahead, Joe.
The Cyclops and the guy with the 1 foot. But what are they? Dog-headed men, or sinisterly, are a true curiosity within myth and legend, not to be confused with werewolves. These beings are literally men with dogs' heads.
Dog head.
The Greeks named these creatures, apparently taking their inspiration from Egyptian gods. Most famously, Anubis boasts the head of a jackal. But like I've always said, behind every myth, there's always some truth.
Right, Jesus. He's showing that the Japanese showed the one with the guy. When they actually show the man, they got them when they show him. Motherfuckers stand up as a dog-headed man. Oh shit, that's right. Sounds to me somebody that's talking about gene splicing, making shit.
Man, shit. You still sleeping. Good luck to you, man. How would you even sleep with these kind of creatures? You don't even know where they come from. Crazy, but very sick. But also see, wow, Pharaoh, Kenyans drink blood too. Man, you better get the F out of here. It's starting to piss me off. I think it's just going back to Kenyans every goddamn time. Please.
Thick skin, Joby, thick skin. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is crazy. Tenspeed says, I saw Black Greek statue on the program. Pharaoh also says, India got partitioned by the British. That's how we had Pakistan.
Of course.
Trismagis, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Okay. Bochabazi, what the hell is that? He says, you guys sometimes write comments. I don't know even what the hell this Prince, whatever he's saying. What is Bochabazi? What the hell is that? Bochabazi. Yeah,
I don't know.
Says, look at history of Greek Roman Empire, 8th century BC. All war with men, death, don't lines up. I'm saying correct. Didn't get that as well. Tenspeed says, so pedophile is probably older than prostitution.
You better believe it is.
Bet it is. I also see Joe Mosquito Karibu says it is because the boy's pineal gland still has some activity before. Ouch. Full classification of harness energy from. And Ricky says is Army Ranger. Sorry. He also work for Blackwater. And then
Who did? Ricky did?
yes.
Yeah. Ricky was in the Navy. Okay.
I think he's commenting on something completely different.
Okay.
10 Speed says the most sickening thing on the planet. Wake Up says that's why the monsters over here stay over there. Now it makes sense. Joby OMG, beautiful woman. Thank you. Always like that every day. Imagine.
Oh, you understand that though, don't you?
Yeah, that I understand. 10 Speed says black people left because of the ice age, but they were in Canada. Also adding that how were they African people that went all over the globe when people were already there? That's the part I don't get.
Yeah, you weren't already there. The globe wasn't just in the beginning. You weren't just everywhere. There's always a beginning, 10 Speed. You can't just say all of a sudden everybody just what came from where? Where did they come from? They were already there. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago. There's always an origin. Black people went out thousands of years ago and started going all over the world. Hundreds of thousands of years ago. Shit. That most likely over a million. So it still was an origin. You just didn't, everybody was just sitting everywhere on the world at the beginning. There's always a beginning, 10 Speed. Nobody was just everywhere all at once. You know, there was a going out process. You know, but that's over millions of years ago. Because that's why I said you got civilizations under the water. And we know at that time wasn't nobody on this planet but black people. So all those civilizations, every time I say, oh, who was this, who was that? There was somebody black. All those ancient civilizations you see all underwater, those are black people. Those are the only people that was here. Go ahead, Joe.
I also see Chesapeake says, were you saying African or are you talking about continental or just all over the globe? Were they I think we're gonna continue that conversation next week at 10 Speed for you to understand everything. Kids will break it down because our time is gone. Aaron James,
they got some problem with being African and stuff from Africa. Well, they just continental Africa. You came from Africa. They came from Africa. They know the black Chinese, the black Indians. They came from Africa. The black Japanese. They came from Africa. God damn. The original black Russians came from Africa. The original black Europeans came from Africa. God damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ricky says, show me in history that niggas in America hate Africa. Africa put their nose in our business. Well, you can go again all the Africans in the same basket, okay? You gotta be specific, god damn it. You guys, you just can't throw everyone on the same basket. If you throw
they coming with that Tariq propaganda, but Tariq is great. Coming with that Tariq Nasheed propaganda from this moron who doesn't even got an FBA white. Talking all this fake FBA shit. His mama is... Hey, do me a favor, guys. Since you guys asked this question, go to Tariq's page for me. Please, I'm begging. Say, Tariq, can we see your lineage? And then why you didn't marry an FBA woman and why are your kids not FBA? Remember, his wife is mixed. His wife's dad is a Haitian, not an FBA. And his wife's mom is a white woman, not an FBA. So that means his wife is not FBA by both sides of the family. And his kids are all non-FBA. So can you guys please go ask him before you guys ask me, oh, Africans are this, Africans are that. Can you go ask your leader why his wife ain't FBA? Why his children ain't FBA? Can you please ask him that? And then show me his goddamn lineage, because I don't believe he is either. So much love, family.
Much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much for being with us. This amazing station.
And since you guys want me to answer this question, hit the cash app, goddammit. Somebody.
If you didn't have him, you gotta hit that cash app or rather download our app.
I'm putting all this work. Y'all not giving me no cash app. Hit the cash app. I'm like Umar Johnson. I don't see no cash app, family.
Yeah, you had it. So much love, family. Have yourself some
cash app.
See you guys on Monday, same time, same place. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and walk. You know, whatever.
Much love, family.
Peace. Much love.